Short's Wages team, here today to talk to you about R&D tax reliefs and how they affect technology-based claims. Short's, we're a local Sheffield-based company, really keen to help local companies take advantage of this generous R&D tax relief scheme, as well with proud partners of Sheffield Digital. So R&D tax relief was introduced back in 2000 to help incentivise companies to innovate using the tax system. And the claims can be made by qualifying companies, and they has to be incorporated limited companies. So most SMEs will qualify who have qualifying R&D expenditure. The R&D project is one of the tricky conditions to meet. One of the biggest barriers we've had is companies think they're not innovative enough and underplay how innovative they are. We have relief available under two schemes, which is the SME scheme for small medium enterprises, and there's a scheme called RDEC, which is for large companies or sometimes SMEs that are receiving grant funding. So qualifying projects for technology companies, but for all sectors, have to achieve or try to achieve an advance in science or technology through resolving scientific or technological uncertainties. They have to seek to create or appreciably improve that product. And it has to be an advance in all of science and technology, not just for companies. So when we're looking at software and software engineering, that would be the field to measure the advance against and what the current state of knowledge is and how you're appreciably improving that or the advance. So it applies in any sector, but technology and manufacturing companies are the ones that submit those claims to HMRC, and these claims are produced in line with the guidelines from HMRC, which are written by the Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy Department, which used to be the Department of Trade and Industry. Triggers for R&D claims that we look for is technical staff undertaking technical problem solving. So here this will be your key software developers who are involved in doing development of software. Sometimes as well when if companies holding a market leading position or have patents, although I appreciate having a patent on software can be quite difficult. So it's where as well where new software is being developed or produced, technical staff doing challenging work, bespoke software being developed, and here we're looking at how that software is being developed rather than what the commercial end product is for, and also making modifications to the software. But the main focus is on the technological advance and resolving the technical uncertainties within that project. So examples of qualifying R&D projects that we've seen in software claims, we've seen some development in location and mapping technology and creating new apps, blockchain and Bitcoin platforms, some photo recognition, visual searching software, lots of bespoke algorithms being developed, particularly for sort of CRM, ERP systems, waste management systems, factory management systems, barcode scanning development where it's been integrated into different platforms. New codes have been implementing AI and machine learning techniques, sort of very new sort of kind of technology. First generation API data structures, and again, their integration of different APIs, multiple APIs, often involves some quite tricky bespoke coding and unique ordering, again, stock warehouse management systems. We're also seeing quite some development in sports venue platform, where it's involving all the security protocols, particularly with COVID at the minute, and introducing a digital process to pull all those different regulations together so it can all be recorded in a really streamlined manner. So lots of things that are going on, but really the message is really if you're developing some new software that is seen as a step forward to what currently exists, then the high chance of that would qualify. So key points to consider within software engine is in terms of what advances to a technology are you attempting to create, and the focus really needs to be on that technical input that requires that step forward, rather than the actual commercial output to that end user. It might be bespoke, but again, consider if you're still using existing developer frameworks and languages like JavaScript, SQL databases, that kind of area. What tools are you using to create this new software? And really, to qualify a file for tax purposes, you have to be looking to extend these kind of systems and frameworks beyond their existing capabilities, and creating that new knowledge and methodology. So a good way of measuring this is to look at what the existing baselining technologies at the start of a project, what's available in open source, and how is it that you're trying to advance that technology forward. You could also look to measure against a comparable family or suite of products that's sort of seen as the current state of knowledge. What technical changes have you been trying to make? But making an appreciable improvement to that, as long as it's not a minor or routine modification or optimization, that would qualify. And we often see that the answer will be where that software has been extended beyond its existing capability to make it quicker, more reliable platform, and quite often cost will be part of that as well. So it might be that you could buy an off-the-shelf system for a lot more money, but actually that's not going to be within the budget. So you're actually trying to create something that's as good or better than what currently exists would cost a lot more to buy. So it's how you're doing that. And again, looking at as well new security protocols, creating new security platforms, and how that integrates within the system, and system uncertainties that might be involved in embedding that into these systems that would qualify. So all of these starts, in terms of the activities with developers, when those developers start to resolve the technical uncertainties. So technical analysis in relation to these technical uncertainties would qualify, but not the business requirement gathering that often goes on before the project starts. Technical planning, design and development that attempts to resolve uncertainties would all qualify, and the testing that feeds back into a development, but not user sort of testing that sort of validates how it works. And again, quite often you'll see that, within sort of the sort of big developments, you'll be going back and testing small units of code and how it's working with integration, and that kind of area of the early beta sort of phase testing should qualify. It's just that user and functional testing that wouldn't normally be deemed as qualifying activity, even though it is a part of a bigger project. So in terms of how we can help at Shorts, we know that HMRC have tightened the threshold of what constitutes R&D on software, and host some specific guidance as well on the HMRC website that's specific for software, with some examples which will be worth a read, and we could point you to talk you through that guidance if you would contact us. In terms of how we help, we generally as well would have a free 30 to 60 minute consultation with you to talk about what projects you're doing and do we think they qualify, and then measure that against that current software and discuss that. It's key that once we've identified projects, that the key technical staff involved in the projects and involved in the preparation of the claims, they're none of the best placed people who can identify what the challenges have been and what the technical uncertainties have been within the project. Bear in mind that software and the manufacturing companies make up 60% of almost all claims HMR receive. So if you're a company that's developing new technology, there's a high chance that you should be claiming, and if you're not, please get in touch and we can help you through that process. And there's our details to get in touch. We'd be happy to talk to you. Thank you.